I'm letting people in, so we can get started if anyone wants to raise their hand or has a question.
Okay. Well, I wanted to wait for Hanny on my end. This is Paul
Okay,
Phelan
yeah.
from the New York
Kaliska,
chapter.
sure. Kaliska, do you want to start with you?
Yes. I sent an email asking this question to customer support yesterday, but I didn't really feel like my answer was clear. I feel like I need someone to show me the answer. So recently with OPPA, we've had, we're trying to do the primary versus the secondary issue. And we had the agency part set up. But I was trying to configure one yesterday, and when I go into like the people manager and then I do member options, level changes, I don't have the option to choose agency right there for primary. So I'm really nervous to do anything there because and from link solo member to primary because I don't have the agency option. So I'm really nervous that I'm going to create my double issue again. And so I guess I'm just still not comfortable with the whole primary versus secondary, but yet we have folks that need to make bulk payments, and it's just not easy for our agencies, and I just am still just trying to figure that out.
Okay, so you have the agency member type created.
Correct.
So if we let's do this with one of the members. Okay, which member is going to be the primary? What's the last name?
GOFF.
Okay, so they're expired also.
So that's because the other problem we're having is we have tons of expired people because they're trying to make in bulk payment and they're basically not going to pay us until they can pay in bulk payment.
Sure. All right, so what we have to do, oh, this is going to be a challenge here. So we're going to make them active. Just for, we'll do it till the 10th, I guess. Oh, that's tomorrow. Okay, so now he's active. Now we have to change his member type to the agency member type because he's the primary in the agency now.
Okay.
And now what is the names of one of the secondary members?
The last name is McKenna, McKeehan.
Moya?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the primary is Goff. Click save, and now it's completed. So now if we
Okay,
look
so I need to make sure. So my expired person needs to be an agency. So I need to change his membership type before I go in and do the other ones. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah. The primary member is going to dictate the member type and the expiration date for all the members underneath them.
Okay.
So now that Sam is active now. And if we look at additional members in your account under Sam, we'll see there's Moya McKeon.
Okay. And then did you still do the link solo to primary on that one button?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, under level changes, it's link a solo member to a primary.
Okay.
And then the primary is always going to be Goff. And then you'll just select the different secondaries.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That is what I needed to see. So I can,
Okay.
But he has to be active. That's a primary piece of it.
Well, in order to find him, I don't know if he has to be active. It's kind of, I could probably set him back and see.
I just wanted to make sure that was the primary, like if they needed to, that's fine, but.
Okay, so he is now expired and in a renewal cycle. So if we go to do a level change, what's another secondary member we need to connect to him?
Hart, Jana Hart.
select. We look for Goff. Oh, he still comes up, so he doesn't have to be active.
Okay.
But now if we look at Sam Goff and we click on this link here, we can see that he has Jana Hart and Moya McKeon.
Perfect. Okay. I appreciate that. It's sometimes it's just easier for me to see what's going on than to follow
Oh,
a written
I
thing.
know.
So
I'm the same way. I have to see it.
so I appreciate you going through that. Thank you.
Sure. Yep.
So I promised Paul you could ask next. Sorry, guys.
Thanks so much, Ronnie. With the New York chapter, the stock photo to put a yes. That's actually I was going to ask to how to do that, but I guess I don't need to.
Yeah.
I think I did those for you, Paul.
Ronnie, thank
So,
you.
Yeah.
Thank you then.
yeah, absolutely. I know you just sent some, so I'll take a look at them and I can change them out. But you guys are still in the development phase, right? So you
We
haven't
are.
launched yet. So
We
yeah,
are. That's, you know what, let me not take up time then and go on to the next question.
sure.
Thank you.
Sure, absolutely. So I guess June, you have your hand up?
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to just go off of the first question we had. So I'm from Iowa, and I'm having an issue with having new members join, and then I link them to the primary, but then they show up twice when
Sounds
I
like a
go
similar
in.
sounds like a similar situation that the Oregon was having too. So what is your domain?
I
How do people get to your
IPPA.
website?
IPPA.
This is Kaliska from Oregon. I think one of our biggest confusions with that was that I wasn't understanding that the agency person had to be set up. I was trying to fit my primary and secondary under our regular membership status. So anyway, I just think that that's where our confusion was.
Okay.
So if you go under, because Carl went, WEN, yep. And then the 104.
Okay. He has some members. Yeah, he's got a bunch of members. Yeah.
Yeah. If you go to the $, so there were actually 5. I was trying to figure this out on my own, but I had 5 new members sign up, and then I connected them, but then they ultimately show up in here twice.
So they got renewed. That's how. Yeah. So the members aren't in there twice, but their transactions are in there twice.
Correct.
Yeah. So when they signed up, they paid the initial sign up fee, or they were charged the initial sign up fee of $20.
Yes.
And then when they were renewed, they paid another $20. So all we have to do is we'll go and like to Caitlin Howells, we use as an example. So if we go to Caitlin Howells and go to her profile and her transaction history, we can get rid of this sign up transaction just by clicking the trash can
Okay.
and cancel the transaction, and that's gone. So now if we go to her
Okay.
primary, who is Carl,
Yep.
and we look at the transactions, or if we go to the payment page for Carl, now that one's gone. So we'll have to do the same thing for Michael
Oh.
Bradbury as well.
Okay. Okay, so just
And this
delete
is the
that
only
initial.
Yeah, this is the only time you're going to have to do that, because when they signed up, they were charged the sign up fee.
Yeah.
And then, before you connect them, what I would do is I would just go into their profile and get rid of that transaction.
Okay.
And then you can connect them. And then when they do the renewal, then you won't see any of those old transactions.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's easy enough.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, that was my question.
cool.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Karen, you had your hand up?
Yes, thank you. So kind of along those same lines, but when I set the agency primary, and then she said when she goes in to look, she sees her people, but then she also sees a payment, a request for payment under the agency. It just says agency and then a dollar amount, and then it has all the people listed underneath. How do you get rid of that agency dollar value and
Well, let's take a look. Which chapter are you with?
SAPA, SAPPA?
And what's the member's name?
Zambrano?
Is that with a Z?
S as in Sam, SAM.
There's Laura.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not seeing any renewal transactions.
So when she went to go look at her when she signed on, and it showed all of the people with her, but then on the very top it said agency and then it had a dollar value.
Where are we seeing that? Because I'm not seeing it.
The other
Because this is what Laura would see when she signed in. It'd be her profile.
okay, so go to a different agency, Haven. Try the last name Haven. Yes.
Okay, there's Tracy.
Yes.
And if I look at her payment page now, she has a bunch of event registrations and then individual signups.
Yeah, but she had one that showed agency.
Probably because she hasn't renewed yet, so she's got to renew all those people. But the problem is they already have their own sign up transactions. So this is just like what we had with that previous caller. Is let's say ANG. If we go to ANG, see, we don't want those old sign up transactions. Oh, you know what? Yes, they're still pending too. So with this one, we're gonna have to take a different step here. We're gonna have to actually activate them. In order to do that, we got to promote them to a full member. Now that they're promoted to a full member, we're gonna delete their membership transaction for their sign up. Then we're gonna link them. What's the primary member's name?
Haven. The last name's Haven.
That's it. Okay. Okay, so now she's a secondary under Haven. And now when Haven renews, she's not going to see all those that person's transaction because there's just all those transactions are kind of getting in the way. So if we were to look for like, see, she has all of these that are kind of probably causing her a lot of confusion. So we'll have to do the same thing with Dawn Carrion, Dan Alinskis, Monica Gasco, because they all have sign up transactions. So those will all have to be removed.
Okay, and so can you go over that again, how to remove those transactions?
Yeah, so we'll go over Dawn Carrion, Carreon. We'll go over hers first. So CARR, there's Dawn. She is pending. So we have to do this. We have to promote her a full member so that we can get rid of that transaction. This one, we're handling it differently just because there was an approval process that had to be done. Okay, so now she no longer has a payment due. So we can go back now and we can do a level change. Link her back up again. Okay, so now she's linked. And then if we were to go back to Haven and look at the payment, Dawn's record is no longer there. So
Okay,
now when Haven renews everybody, she's gonna see all those people as part of the renewal, but she won't see duplicate transactions, because if she were to try to renew now, she would have duplicate transactions, and that's probably what's confusing her.
okay.
That would
All
be
right.
my guess.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Valerie, you have your hand up?
I do. Hi, Mike. All right, so
Hi.
I am working on my sponsorship page, and I've got a couple of questions. One of them seems to be a formatting issue that I'm having. I'm
Which
from
chapter is that?
MPPOA, Michigan Public Procurement Officers Association. And I do have, for sponsorship.
Okay, so this is a custom page you're working on?
It is a custom page. I actually have it active right now, so.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I did activate it because
You're not editing it right now, right?
no, I'm not in the editing because I knew that would mess you up.
Okay. All right, so
So see how far at the very, very top at the banner?
yeah.
That second line, I cannot get that closer to that top. I mean, I don't know why it's so far low. If I look at any of my other banner type things, I would like that MPPOA sponsor of the year and event sponsors, like a whole space above where it is. And I can't seem to get it to change. I've done everything I can think of. It's just
Yeah,
one
looks like
space
there's
too low.
some odd spacing in there. See, the
Yeah.
problem is that we have this, what do they call, is that called kerning, where you have the space between lines?
Well,
You see
when
how-
I look at it, the MPPOA sponsorship opportunities is all in one line, but yeah, there's like double spaces between
Yeah.
that and the next, the subheader.
Right.
And I don't know how to get rid of those.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Let me take a look here. Line height 1.5. Let's get rid of that. Make it 1.0.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have
And
to
that
wait
might
till
help.
part-
Yeah, well, it didn't help a lot.
My email address, I guess.
I would think so, but I would say call them. and say, "Hey, this is what happens. We got that."
Yeah, it is just the thing is I was using a template that had been created. I didn't start this from scratch, so there's all kinds of stuff I don't know how to do on this. So maybe
Sure.
that's probably part of the problem.
See if there's any way they can make that.
Yeah, that was fast.
Oh, yeah. Everything's.
If you're not speaking, can you guys make sure to mute?
I don't know if that's something that you want to look at after this event here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to, because I
Make a
can't,
note
I don't immediately see.
what the issue
So
is.
we got a lot of extra code in here.
Yeah, and I don't have any idea what I don't know anything about coding, so I'm like,
Yeah. And it was the sponsor of the year, right? So if we were to go font size. Oh, that just made that a lot smaller. Okay.
yeah, that's not what I.
Yeah, it's not immediately obvious. So let me take some notes here and I'll figure this
right.
out. After,
Okay, I mean,
after
it's
the
just
call.
an aesthetic thing, but I think it's, yeah, I don't know. I'm learning how to manipulate these anyway, so.
And sometimes it's best to start with
A fresh
brand new,
template. I mean,
clean, a fresh page than mess
Yeah.
with other people's, stuff.
yeah, I don't know. This was kind of preloaded in here, so I just went with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then also on the same page,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, because there's like a double box over here, and I do like that, but I'm not sure that I like what's in there. But in any event, I had mentioned this to you yesterday. If you scroll down, I've got a link so they could go to the entire entire shop page. But if you scroll down, there's different opportunities. I would love to put links to each individual, so they could literally go to purchase that item in my shop page. And I don't know if there's a way to link right to
Are-
it.
Are those active now?
They are active.
Okay, so if we'll do the trade fair breakfast sponsor as an example here. So I will just put a button in, we'll say insert link.
Yeah.
The link type is storefront. Is this event or is this annual?
That's an event
sponsor?
sponsorship.
And that was the breakfast, right?
Nope, that reversed, yeah, reverse trade fair. No, very, very bottom one. Table
Breakfast sponsor reverse. There
All
we
the way
go.
down.
Okay.
No, that's not a breakfast sponsor.
Did I do the wrong one again?
Yeah, all the way to the bottom, that one. Yep.
But that's not the one I selected.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I did
you
select the one
selected
that
the
said reverse
breakfast.
trade fair breakfast. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
so yeah, it's up there. There you go. Sorry about that.
Okay, so then you would say purchase sponsorship.
And put it in
Probably
a
should have
button.
made it a button
Yeah.
first.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I was going up to embedded or whatever it was. So I just can go right to the sponsors or to the storefront. Perfect.
Correct. Yeah.
That's exactly what I needed to know, man. Thank you.
All right. Now, if we want to just make sure, and you said this was already visible?
Mhm. It should
Hey, how are
not be
you?
under membership. It should not be under membership.
Okay.
Because you would have to literally just go to the mppoa.net and not log in.
And then you
Because
would see it?
You should
You're
be able.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can go to the scroll or there you go.
Yeah. So I clicked on it and it worked. So
Perfect. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. And then let me know about that other and.
yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Bogdan?
Good afternoon from South Florida, from Deerfield Beach. Basically, I have the same question with the membership, and I've written an email now to the person responsible because it shows as expired, and maybe they're gonna fix it. It's been
Yeah.
that for a couple of months, so
Oh, wow. Okay.
I paid it in August, so I attached the receipts. But rather than that, I'm looking forward to see the training here, and I wish everybody a happy New Year.
Okay. Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year to you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why is that not logging in? That's really odd. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Well, I guess that's irrelevant now. But anybody else?
Aliska, you have your hand up?
Yes. I feel like I just keep having the same question. So I attached more people to golf.
Yeah.
And now all the people have they all need to renew, but there's no dollar amounts when I go to his profile and the payments or whatever, like there's no dollar amounts attached. So I feel like I've just created double profiles again.
Nah. Okay. So I don't see that Goff was renewed. He has to renew first in order for the dollar amounts to be there.
Oh, in
So-
his, it didn't even show that he had, it said 0 for his. It didn't even show that he had oh, now it says $200. Maybe the system just has to catch up.
Could be. It's usually pretty quick, but we run on a new platform now, so we don't know what to expect sometimes.
Okay.
So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus himself, so that's 6. So when he renews, he should have a total of $300. That's 6 times 50
$300?
people.
Did
Yeah.
you say $300? He only
Yes.
has $200, so what's wrong?
But I see 300 right here.
On his. Where did you get that? Did you go to transactions history?
No, I just went right here to renew.
Oh, to there. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to renew his membership, and then that will renew all the people, him and all the people underneath him, and generate the transactions. He should have nothing in his transaction history now. Yeah, that's an event registration. That has nothing to do with membership.
As long as, okay. I will go and I will let him know we can pay in a group and see if everybody works.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
Nana?
Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I have 3 questions. My first one is Angela Young. She actually renewed her group membership, but it was one person that wasn't supposed to be under her, Stacy Paulette. Um, Now she wants credit. Do I just give her regular credit, or do I have to like drop Stacy then give her credit or
Let's take a look. Which chapter are you with?
MPPA?
Which one?
MPPA Maryland.
Oh,
MPPA.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Is it MPPA?
MPPAING.
There it is. Yep.
No. No.
Okay, so
No.
how do you spell her last name?
Young, Young. So she needs
So
a
she's the
yeah,
one who
the primary, and she needs a credit for Paulette, Stacy Paulette.
is it
P O
PAU?
POLLITT. I'm sorry.
Got it. So Stacy is now a secondary under Suzette, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But when she renewed, she was under.
They don't want her under them. They want to drop her. So we made a mistake and I added her under them, but they don't want her under them. And they already made the payment for the entire group, so they want the credit back. So I should just delete her.
Well, you're going to have to cancel her membership transaction first.
Okay.
So and she doesn't have one. Oh, yeah. Because everything was grouped into a single transaction,
Well,
you can't do like a single payment transaction.
yeah, she already did that. Is it possible
Right.
to give credit for 45?
Oh, you can always give credit. Absolutely. Yeah. What was the name of the primary again?
Suzette, what's Suzette's last name? Oh, let me see. Suzette. Suzette.
More?
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Suzette paid for all those people all at once.
Yeah.
Right? All these people.
Yes.
And Stacy was not supposed to be included in that.
All
Was
right.
it Stacy? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So she just wants a credit for $45 for something for the future. So that's easy to do. So what we're going to do is with Suzette's.
She wanted to apply it to the next general meeting, but I told her she can just get the credit back. I don't know.
Hey, well, it would be easier to apply it to the general meeting.
Okay.
So basically what you're going to do is you're going to click on this icon here. It says charge/credit. Looks like 2 credit cards.
Yeah.
And you're going to issue a credit.
Okay.
And it will be for overpayment and the amount of $45, and then accidentally paid for, and then you'd put the person's name.
Okay. Got it. Got you.
And then what account? It would be membership dues, right? Because that's what it was for. And then what it's going to do is it's going to create this $45 credit on her membership. So when she goes to pay for something in the future, she's already got $45 extra to use to pay for it.
All right. Got it. Thank you.
Sure,
Next,
you're welcome.
Michelle Jones. I think we emailed a little bit back and forth about that. So I created her account and she was fine. She asked me to remove 2 people, but now she wants them back. But she had already paid. So
that seems suspicious to me.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to pay for that. No, I'm teasing. So you can add them back. It looks like she's got some people pending already, right?
Yeah, it was them.
Oh, that
added them.
that's for a
but she said-
meeting.
yeah, she's not saying the renewal button to pay for those two. She's
Yeah,
not.
she won't see it either
Yeah.
because it's not time to renew.
Mm.
Are those people currently under her?
No, I put them under her, but she asked me to remove them, so I removed them. So they're no longer under her. She could probably do it individually. I don't know.
Well, unless she's an admin, she can't do it. But she
Okay.
doesn't. So she doesn't want them under her.
She wants them under her now. She
Oh,
didn't want them under her, but now she wants them under her. And she
okay.
already paid for the initial group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and add one of them because I think let me just make sure. There's a setting. Charge for membership changes made through the profile. Yes. So if this, in theory, it should work. What's the last name of one of the members we need to attach to her?
Green, Greene.
Linnea?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, she's already a secondary of somebody. Who is she a secondary of?
So I
Hey,
did
Michelle.
her again.
Oh,
I-
okay.
I added both of them already, but she says she can't see where to click renewal to pay for
Yeah,
them.
she can't. So let's see. She already adopted the expiration date for the primary. So her expiration date's in the future. So you're going to have to do the same thing
Mhm.
with these people that we just did for issuing that credit. You're going to go to Michelle Jones
Mhm.
and you're going to click on this and you're going to say charge though this time. And actually let's because their accounting department is probably going to have an issue with this. Let's go to additional charges and we're going to say add member to agency and then description, whatever you want to say, adding member to agency fee or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's going to be $45, right? Is that what it's $45?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not going to be for new members, not going to be for renewals. And the account is going to be membership dues. So now what we're going to do is go to, did I make it active? I don't remember. So Michelle Jones, click on this,
Mhm.
select charge. Oh, I didn't make it active. Darn it. Well, you guys are getting a real insight into how my brain works or doesn't sometimes. Active. There we go.
We like that too.
Okay, so now we go to Michelle Jones. We click on this, charge, add member to agency, $45 automatically filled it in for us. And then we can put a description. You can put in the member's name, say member, whatever they are, whatever the name is.
Okay.
And it's going to go to membership dues. And then when you click save, it's going to bill them $45. And then you'll see a little green dollar sign for the $45. And then you'll have to do that for both of those members.
Okay. And then can she go in and pay now or?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't do it. I canceled out of that so that you can do it.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. But when the thing is, they would have to go in themselves and pay, or she can still go into it and pay, see them and pay.
Yeah, she's going to go in and log into her own membership and she will see that transaction out there pending for those
Okay, got
for
it.
those two members and she'll be able to pay them. Yeah.
Okay, got it. My last question and I'm done. All right, sorry.
No problem.
Yeah. So the last one is when new members create their initial account, how do you find them? How do you see the job descriptions and all that stuff? Like all their detailed information, like maybe look up one person and see how can I see like the information to create the report to send to
Oh, like
for approval.
like for a new prospective member?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say we'll use Bandy Dubrock as an example.
Okay.
She is a prospective member, so she has not been approved for membership yet. And then we just click on the pencil and look at the information to see where, what organization she's from.
Where did you go for the prospective member?
Oh, when I was in People Manager, I changed the member status to show, I don't want to, I just wanted to see the prospective members.
Oh, okay.
And then I hit search and I get all these prospective members. You have 32 prospective members. Some of them are primary secondaries, which is good.
Okay. So when you click on their stuff, is an area where they put in a description. Do you like flag them for putting it in? Like say you have to put it in? It's can you do that? Like you have to put your job description in?
We currently do not require that. And there's not a way to really require that.
Okay.
And like a job description, are you talking about like what it is you do? Like this one says procurement specialist.
Yeah, that's the title, but they don't have a category in this that asks them for the description and stuff like solicitation process.
And what you want to do is create an additional member data question.
Oh,
And this would be job description. Make it, do you want a short job description, a long job description? Please enter a description of your duties. Is that kind of what you're looking for?
yeah, yes, please. It's a must.
And then we'll make it a required field. So it's going to be visible to the member, editable by member, membership app is required for primaries and secondaries.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be part of the membership app when they join. But for those members who have already filled out the membership app, it's not going to be there.
Yeah, I got you. I'll just email them for now.
But if we
Does
go
it show up
back
on
and
the-
look at them, so if we look at this person, for example, in their additional member data, it's going to be down here. Describe the duties associated to your position. Oh, there already was one.
Okay.
Apparently somebody had already created one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know where to get their perspective. I just ran a report, and that's how I got them for the last meeting.
Okay.
I think that's my question. That's it.
So this is the one I created. I'm going to get rid of that.
And then when they sign up, can they not duplicate? Like people sign up and they sign up again. Do they receive an email when they initially sign up?
Yeah, when they first sign up, if their membership is prospective, so they're waiting approval, they're getting an email that says we've received your, your application, and when it's approved, you'll get another email. So basically, it is
Yeah, somebody signed up 3 times. She kept on.
new prospective member confirmation self-entered. So this is the email that they will receive.
Okay. So does this account prevent them from doing duplicate multiple sign up? Do you know?
Let's take a look. It's under people options. Duplicate signups allowed? Yes. Let's turn that to no.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. That's it. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I'm sorry.
Sure. Oh yeah. No problem at all.
All right. Thanks.
That's what this is for.
Yeah. LaDonna?
Hi, Michael. This is LaDonna with Airport Purchasing Group.
Hi.
Our URL is airportpurchasing.org. So I'm curious if it has
Actually,
to do
that's
with
not a-
membership reporting. I found a couple of reports on the control panel, specifically the open renewals, which tells me, okay, here's a list of members that have been prompted to complete their renewals, but they haven't yet.
Right.
And I found one that is member status by name, but that doesn't have the agency. So what I'm curious, is there a good report or a good way to set one up so that I can quickly go in and say, okay, we have 250 members, which represent 60 agencies. 40 of them have completed their membership renewals, 20 haven't.
If you want to create something, you would have to get the ad hoc reporting module.
Okay.
That's an extra cost module.
Got
The
it.
subscription for that is $200 a year. But here's what you could also do is go to the data export module and go select an export. It's going to be active members. So like the
Okay.
third option is a great one. Either the second one or the third one. Either one of those I think are going to get you what you need. And then just hit export. And you're going to get, and I'm going to open this in Excel. I don't think you guys are going to see my Excel. Can you guys see my Excel?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to look for people who are in the renewal cycle. So status is active. That's good. And then you can see if they're primary or secondary. And it doesn't look like. So I probably should have selected that third option. But you can see by the expiration date too, whether they've expired or they've renewed or not. So if it's 2023, they have not finished the renewal. 2024, they have completed the renewal and payment.
Okay, so I just would need to sort by the date expired and then kind of manipulate it myself to remove.
Correct.
If I wanted to report on an agency basis instead of a member basis, then.
Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, this is an inexpensive way to do it. It's you.
Sure.
I mean, if you really want that ad hoc reporting module, you can enable it yourself within the system.
Okay.
Because I don't think any of the NIGP chapters have opted into that, but we have a number of other customers who do use it for being able to create their own reports.
Okay, perfect. We happen to have our board call this afternoon, so I'll mention it there. That
Okay,
was my only question. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Evan, you have your hand up?
Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to find the mute button. Hey, Michael, I
Hi.
am the membership chair for the Arizona State Capital Chapter, so AZ and IGP. And my question is kind of similar to the last question. It's about reporting. And I was going to see, is there a way to pull a report, because we don't have the ad hoc reporting, for the detailed contact info, but also for the additional member info to identify those who have additional certifications?
If you want those connected, then you're going to go to the control panel, go to the people tab, and go to additional member data.
Okay.
And then when you click on export answers, you can choose, in this case, let's just do the active members. And then we're going to get an Excel spreadsheet. Just opening it up here. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get the members' information, their contact information, including phone address, mailing address, email address. And then to the right, you're going to get the answers to all their additional member data questions. That employer classification, designation, certifications, all of that.
Perfect. Okay. Yep. This is exactly what I need.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yep, you're very welcome.
Anna, you have your hand up. Do you have another question?
No, I'm sorry. Let me
No,
put it.
no, okay. Does anyone else? I did see in chat, sorry. Janice says, I just signed up one of my staff to attend an event today, and she is a member under my profile as their system administrator. She mentioned that she never got an email confirmation of her registration.
That, and I'm assuming she checked spam and all the usual
I hope so.
things.
Hi, it's Jenny for Washington State Chapter. Yes.
Okay, so it's hard to say because a lot of these agencies filter out emails from us because they have very, very tight email policies. So she may need to reach out and, ask them to allow mail that comes from mailer at mailer.clubexpress.com or mailer.clubexpress.com. to allow emails from those to be able to come through their system. Is she using a work email address, I'm assuming?
She is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to chat with her in real time because I know that I registered her for an event last November, and I don't recall her saying she never got it. So now I'm kind
Okay.
of circling back to go, is this a new issue, or like you say, could be another spam thing? But I mean, we've been able to not have any issues. So I wasn't sure if it's just something new, but thank you for that.
Sure. Yep. You can check too, if you go into the bad emails module, you can see if something has bounced.
Oh, okay.
Under
All right.
communications, go to bad emails, and like
Sure.
this one, this
Okay.
is Arizona State has 18 emails that have bounced, all because of invalid email addresses. And they're probably people who are no longer with those agencies. But at
Okay.
least you can,
Do you mind showing that again? Because I am still new in this
oh yeah,
platform,
sorry.
so
Yeah.
I'm
Control panel, and then communications, and then bad
Okay.
emails.
so I don't have communications on my dashboard. All I have is dashboard, website, and support. So
Okay,
my
so they
person
haven't.
probably needs to add that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, is there a standard that do you have guidance on standard on like when I am a admin for my agency, what are like the standard things I should be able to access? Because it sounds like maybe we need more.
So much of that depends on the admins for the chapter and what they want to give you. But I would think access to people manager, emailing, and events would be important. But so much of that depends on, like I said, the admins of the chapter. They may be very very leery about giving you too much access before they feel that everybody's been trained or they're comfortable with the system or whatever it is,
Sure. Okay. That's fair. Sounds good. Well, I took a snippet and I'm going to reach out to her. So thank you for that.
Okay.
That's helpful.
Good. Yep.
Does anyone else have a question for Michael? We've got about 10 more minutes. I do want to also just take a minute to remind everyone who's on the call that our next office hours, 2 weeks from today, we've made a time change. It will be at 10 a.m. Eastern. So just so everybody's aware, just based on some feedback we received in terms of being able to attend. So just to give you a reminder that the fourth Tuesdays will be at 10. Donna, ask your question.
Thanks. So I have a question about, we would like to send an advertising email to promote our chapter to people, or I should say entities, who are not in any way related to the chapter right now. So I'm basically just going to have a list of email addresses that we would like to send a communication to. And I might have asked this question before, but I wanted to double check. Is there a way to upload a list of emails that is not based on information that's already in the system in order to send an email blast to those email addresses?
Basically, you're going to, where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. So basically you're going to go into people manager, and you're going to go to non-member options because these people are going to be uploaded as non-members. And you're going to click on this option that says import non-members. And right here where it says click here to download a sample file, that's an important sample file. So click here, download that, and you are going to basically paste your your non-members contact information into this sample file. You cannot add any columns and you cannot delete any columns. It has to be exact. And then once that's pasted in, then you go back to this module. You're going to select what mailing list category you want to add them to. And then you, of course, navigate to the file and it'll import the file for you.
Okay, so I believe it says there, you just have to have one of those pieces of information. So
Yep.
we don't have to have a street address. And if we only have an email address, then the email addresses, that's just all we put in that file and leave everything
Correct.
else blank. And then
Yep.
those will show up as non-members?
They will be in the non-member. Yes, they'll be.
Okay.
So when you search, you're going to search here on non-members, and then you'll see them, and then you'll want to assign a mailing list category because it's going to make it a heck of a lot easier for you to address just that subset of your non-members.
Mhm.
And if you go to control panel, go to communications, mailing list categories, that's where you define your mailing list categories.
Okay.
So you just click on add category and you say, okay, these are people from
Oh.
such and such source, whatever it might be.
Okay. So since there's already an interested persons category, at least on this person's website.
Yeah, this one is built into the system.
Okay. So
Yeah.
since this is for promoting the chapter, I could just file all of those people in that category. And
You
then,
could, yeah.
And then
Or you
I'm
could
assuming,
say marketing, or you could say, event list from some event or whatever it is.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
And then it's, I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question. So it's not then going to like start sending, the website won't start sending those people other email. They're not going to get like, they're just going to be in there. They don't have an expiration date. They're just non-members that are
Yep.
static, and we don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do
With
anything. If you
them.
want, yep, the
And they
system will
won't
not
get
send them a
emailed unless
thing.
we intentionally email.
So unless, if they register for an event that's allowing non-members, or if they're, if they do something that involves a transaction, then the system clearly will send them some sort of communication. But
Right.
just having
But-
them in there, the system won't send them a darn thing.
Okay. Because we are planning on just like, I'm thinking of this as a one-time action. We might go back and use that list again. I don't know for sure, but I don't want to set them up to start getting emails from these folks that we are setting up as non-members. I don't want them to start getting other emails that aren't generated specifically, like system emails. I don't
Sure.
want them to start getting any of that stuff. So, okay.
Yep. Yeah, we don't do that. And then
Awesome.
when you're ready to email them as part of your marketing, then you're just going to use the distribution list. It is non-members in a selected category. And then you'll select that mailing list category that you created for them.
That's super helpful. Thank you.
Sure.
Is there one last question from anyone? No, just to let you know also that we are working on providing, because I know there might be some turnover in some of your chapter admins. So we are going to be providing basic training class for those that are new to the platform. We don't have a date and time yet on that, but I will let everybody know about that. So once that's available. Well, since we don't have any more questions, we do. Amber. Okay.
Yes. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
So I'm with the Arkansas chapter, and we've had some members move. We implemented with the agency model, and we have one agency head. It was Heather Bailey. She moved to a different department, a Department of Corrections. She was with Department of Parks. How do we realign all of that stuff? Like, how do we take her out as the department head or the agency head, I guess, for Parks and Tourism, and move her to corrections, and then make a new agency primary, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
So she's the primary currently on a different agency that she has left.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to go to member options and level changes.
Okay.
And you're going to promote a secondary member to primary.
Oh, okay.
And what that's going to do is you're going to identify the secondary. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to identify who the new primary member is going to be for that agency.
Okay.
And then that'll automatically demote the current primary to be a secondary member.
Okay.
And then you're going to do a second step where you're going to unlink the secondary member into a solo. And that's going to take that secondary member and make them an individual. Okay.
Okay.
So you might say, you know, and it doesn't matter what member type you select because you're going to be changing them soon after that. So that's the second step. And then
Okay.
finally, the third step is you're going to make them the primary member of whatever the new agency is,
Okay.
right?
Well, and this is further compounded because she has already gone in and edited her member profile. Does that
Okay.
change anything? She's already edited
Yeah.
this and changed her department and all that stuff. Okay.
It doesn't make
It
any
doesn't, okay.
difference. No. If anything, it saves you kind of some headaches when you actually attach her to the new agency.
Yeah. So, okay.
And then when you're ready to make her the primary for the new agency, this is where this will be the final step where you promote the secondary member to primary. So you've added her as a secondary member into the new agency. And now you're going to promote her to a primary,
Okay.
right? Because she's the primary for the new agency.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. And that'll automatically demote the current primary back to a secondary.
Okay.
So it's a number of steps, but it's much cleaner than having to do it manually.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Michael, for your time. We will meet again in 2 weeks at 10 a.m. Eastern. And thank you so much. Everyone,
Yeah,
have a
you're
good
very
2
welcome.
weeks.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Ronnie.
Thank you.
Looking forward
Thanks.
to the
Bye-bye.
recording. Bye-bye.
Take care, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.